Good evening, and welcome along to The Big Show, once again coming to you from our living room during lockdown. Hope we find you well this evening.
Coming up in the show, we will have some live music from the archives, Brendan Monaghan and Karl McGuckin.
We'll also be chatting to Mita Auden from Spectra Sensory Clothing, and she'll be talking to us about how families with children on the autism spectrum are coping with the current situation.
And we'll be doing some cooking in the kitchen from head chef at the Boathouse in Bangor, Andy Skollick. He's going to be cooking garlic chili and prawn linguine.
But starting things off, some live music from the archives, and singer-songwriter Amanda St. John was last in the NVTV studio. She recorded a couple of special songs for us from her latest album, which she recorded in the world-famous Muscle Shoals studios, where legends like Aretha Franklin and Etta James have recorded over the years. So performing live for the track called Muscle Shoals, here is Amanda St. John.
My shift just right on time. Work so hard, day by day. Need some time on my own. Going down to Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals. Everybody's gonna get their space. Music is where I find mine. Songs so deep, grooves so tight, you'll never feel alone down in Muscle Shoals. Songs of a near I can't help sing along. This is the soundtrack of my
Now we're going to be doing some cooking in the kitchen. Andy Skollick from the Boathouse in Bangor. He's the head chef there, and he joins us now on the line. Andy, how are you, sir?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thank you. So, how's life in lockdown for the hospitality industry at the minute? I would imagine things are pretty rubbish.
It is rubbish. I'm not enjoying it at all. Not at all.
So you're missing getting into the kitchen then and getting stuck in?
Yeah, it's not the same in my own kitchen because there's a KP to help you. The wife's not liking all these dishes.
So tell us, for people who don't know about the Boathouse in Bangor, first of all, the location. It's a pretty historic venue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's, the boats used to come in. So it was actually, Ken took it over in 2016. And then I joined across there it was 4 years ago. And then I stopped cooking for 2 years. And then I recently came back cooking for the past year. So he gave me the opportunity to take over then for the last year. So I've been chefing for a year now again. So
for people who haven't been to the Boathouse, what kind of things can we expect from the menu?
We do 2 menus. So there's one a la carte menu and one TDH, that's a cheaper menu. We also do a tasting menu, which I get to play really fun stuff on, so really good local food. So.
And how important is it to keep using local produce?
I just think it's, well, you know where it's coming from, so it's all fresh. So instead of it getting imported or anywhere like that, it's you know what you're getting. You know what I mean? So I just love, because there's loads of stuff about that people don't realise it's all growing around you. That's what I like. You can go visit it and see what you're actually getting. Yeah. So the fresher it is, the better it is.
So where did your love for food come from? What made you want to become a chef?
My dad was a chef. Well, still is a chef, sorry. My stepdad is a chef. So I think the family background got me into it. So I just love food. Always, everyone likes a bit of grub. So I think...
And see, with the food, do you recommend different wines and stuff as well for the different types of food that you actually work with?
We do. We actually we do a wine tasting pairing with the tasting menu in the Boathouse.
Oh,
now, I wouldn't recommend any wines because I don't have a clue about wines.
So Andy, we're going to do some cooking in the kitchen later on. What are you going to be cooking for us?
Garlic and chili prawn linguine for you.
Wow, it sounds amazing.
Sounds beautiful. Lovely. I look forward to seeing that.
It really does. Well, Andy, we'll check in with you in the kitchen a little bit later on in the show. In the meantime, thank you so much for joining us. And let's hope you can back into the Boathouse kitchen very soon.
Thank you very much.
And we look forward to joining Andy Skollick in the kitchen a little bit later on as he makes that garlic, chili and prawn linguine.
And now some live music from the archives. Brendan Monaghan, Here Come the Blue Skies.
The passing time and the memories come flooding back to when we were kids playing in the park. Now things have changed from the ups and downs of life, cascading round and round in my head. Here come the blue skies again, blue skies again, blue skies again. Here come the blue skies again. We look to God's blue heaven in the sky. I shook the dust from my feet from the big time after dark. Now I don't look back much to that time. Sunny days, crazy nights we spent, where did they go? So glad we made it at the other side. Here come the blue skies again, blue skies again, blue skies again. Here come the blue skies again. We look at God's blue heaven in the sky. So if your day is bad and it can't get any worse, please just remember that it can. I am blessed for the people who give me hope. When I was dying and hiding on the grind, here come the blue skies again, blue skies again, blue skies again. Here come the blue skies again. We look at God's blue heaven in the sky. Here come the blue skies again, blue skies again, blue skies again. Here come the blue skies again. We look at God's blue heaven in the sky.
And that was Brendan Monaghan, Here Come the Blue Skies. And we'll have some more live music later with Karl McGuckin.
Now we're going to get some advice for parents who are living with children on the autism spectrum. Mita Auden from Spectra Sensory Clothing joins us now on the line. Hi Mita, I suppose this is a pretty stressful time for parents who are living with children with autism.
Hi Robin, thanks very much for asking me here. You're asking me how stressful it is for parents at the minute with children on the autistic spectrum. Well, the answer to that is extremely difficult. A lot of these children don't take very well to change in routine, change in food even, change in what they watch on the television sometimes. So at the minute it's very stressful because there's been so many changes. They aren't going out to school anymore. There's a parent who maybe they were used to going out to work but now isn't. They're not seeing grandparents who could possibly have played a large part in their life up to now. So all this combined makes a very stressful time for parents and the children. Parents could have been, dependent on getting their child minded now and again by grandparents, but they can't anymore, and some of them are still waiting on diagnoses. Some of their kids have been in the middle of some treatment, occupational therapy. So all combined, it's very difficult for both parents and children.
What advice would you give to parents whose children are asking questions about COVID-19?
I suggest that you talk to them about it anyway. You will be able to gauge in what terms you should put it age-wise for your child. But the one thing you mustn't show is any fear. Be very careful around your children talking, even if you're talking on the phone to someone, because they mustn't know that you have any fear at all. Your job is to reassure them, to talk to them about it, because many of our children, they don't verbalise a lot, they don't ask, they don't talk, and they don't even have the correct facial expressions for times, sad, happy. So a lot of the time you have to guess what they're thinking, but by sitting down and talking to them, it will only help to reassure them. And if they know that you're not frightened and you tell them that it will be over and they'll be back at school and see the grandparents again, hopefully that will give them some reassurance.
So what are the best methods then for parents to try and avoid stress during this time?
To avoid stress at this time for the parents as well, again, this isn't just my suggestion, this is Dr. Temple Granding's, and she says that you should have some sort of structure for your child. Certain time for getting up, a time for lunch. We're not talking about school structure here, we're just talking about even putting in a time for play, a time to watch movies, just some sort of structure that your child, or schedule that your child can follow and that will also help get them through if they have a new routine. Tom Grant says very easy to let them loll about in their pyjamas all day, but that should not be an option for your child, so as they make a good routine for them. Parents trying to avoid stress at this time. One of the biggest things I have heard about is the homeschooling. I have put a post up, which I pinched from Bangor Autism site, and it's a letter from a headmaster to parents during this crisis, and it is brilliant. I shared it, and so many people commented saying thank you, not that I ended up paying to boost it so that more could see it, because it was obviously something they needed. And I think it ended 29,000 hits. That man deserves a night out or something for writing that letter. It took so much pressure off parents. He was telling them not to make it like school because you aren't in school. As I say, it was so reassuring, and I would definitely recommend having a read of it. Somebody did come on and say they knew where he was. I would love to shake his hand, and we'll search him out after all this is over, because of his advice and the fear and the worry that it took away from parents. So he was excellent.
Mita, are there any useful websites that parents can turn to for advice?
There are lots of websites that can help, but I think the support groups are easier to interact with. There is, as I already mentioned, ASDNI, which is Northern Ireland one, Bangor Autism Group. There's a new one, Caring Circle, which is excellent. This lady has a child on the spectrum, a non-verbal child, so she's very good at answering questions. I belong to one called We Are Proud Autism Parents, and although it's originated in the States, they have people from England, people from Northern Ireland, Southern Ireland, people from all over on it. And in fact, some of the ones that are on it from America are as far away from each other as what we are to them. But if you go on, if you just want to have a vent or ask anything, it's a great site to be on.
And finally, Mita, tell us a little bit about Spectra Sensory Clothing and what resources you have at your centre.
Well, we want to try and help as well at this time. One of the things we always look for our children is a one-on-one. We know that that's what they need in school to help them learn. But if you're not working at this time, I would take advantage of it to try and talk to your child. We brought in lots of books that covered everything from toilet training through to books for adults. My favourite one, I tell you, I don't want to wear those clothes, which I wish I had, but that one you can go through with and your child can draw on. So use this one-to-one if you can, and you might be surprised your child might go back to school with much more confidence than what he left it. So it's a terrible time, terrible crisis, but try and take something positive out of it for you and your child. I'm sure Robin will pick my details up. If you have any questions, you can get me at my email, Mita, at spectrasensoryclothing.com.
So Mita, thank you so much for joining us on the show this evening.
Thanks very much for having me, Robin. Thank you. Stay safe. Bye.
Now we'll go back to Andy Skollick from the Boathouse in Bangor. He's cooking in the kitchen.
Hello, my name is Andy Skollick, the head chef of the Boathouse Dining in Bangor. Today I'm going to prepare a garlic chili and prawn linguine. As it's nice and sunny outside, I'm going to make a nice light dish. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. So here's the ingredients I've chosen today to make this linguine. I've got 1 packet of tiger prawns, so you can get that in any local supermarket. Half a lemon, 2 cloves of garlic, 240 grams of linguine, fresh chili, half an onion, 4 tomatoes, fresh coriander and extra virgin oil. First off, you're going to start with your linguine. You're going to cook it for about 9 to 11 minutes in boiling hot water. So if you take this, stick it in there, just add some salt and a wee bit of oil. A wee pinch of salt. Some oil to stop it sticking. While your pasta's boiling, you want to dice your onions, your garlic, quarter your cherry tomatoes, and then slice some fresh coriander just for a bit of freshness to the dish. So first off, you're going to start with a wee bit of extra virgin oil in the pan. You're going to add your onions, garlic, and your chilli. Just saute them off.
So there we go, that garlic, chili and prawn linguine looks absolutely fabulous, doesn't it?
It looks gorgeous, Robin.
Big thank you to Andy, of course, from the Boathouse in Bangor. And once we get out of lockdown and things get back to normal, that is definitely one restaurant we're going to check out, isn't it?
Absolutely, definitely.
Right, let's talk about things we've been watching on our TV screens this week. Streaming on Netflix is the TV series Ozark, and a financial advisor drags his family from Chicago to the Missouri Ozarks, where he must launder money to appease a drugs boss. Here's a clip.
Money. That which separates the haves from the have-nots. Patience, frugality, sacrifice. Deciding to invest in your family's future. And taking responsibility for the consequences of those actions.
Bert?
Hello.
Trevor Evans, FBI.
FBI? What's going on?
We believe your husband's partner was murdered.
What?
Let's all stop playing this game, shall we? The lying, the running. Aren't you both tired?
We made a choice to move our family to a more peaceful place.
Mom, what are we doing here? Your father's laundering money for a Mexican drug cartel.
Marty, where's my $5 million? Someone's going to die.
Relax.
Why do I have this feeling we both know that you'd be better off dead?
Marty!
We're gonna kill your family and be done with all this madness.
Jesus, Marty, he knows the kids' names.
Last chance for witness protection.
This is just another betrayal, isn't it? How long have you been planning this?
You have walled me out.
Money is, at its essence, that measure of a man's choices.
What'd you do today for our family?
So we go, a clip from Ozark, a show that has had you hooked for the past week. There's about 3 seasons worth, isn't there, on Netflix?
There is, and we are on 3, and I am absolutely loving it. Although it's quite different, Robin, from, you know, the Narcos, the Pablo Escobar story, which was very real and very gritty. I find this one completely addictive. Why? Because it actually makes me want to be part of it.
Really?
Yes.
So Jason Bateman, he stars in it. He's also directing it, producing it, seems to be doing everything with it. The last time I heard of Jason Bateman, he was in Teen Wolf 2 back in the 80s.
Wow, he's definitely a familiar face, and he's done a really good job. I mean, where it's set on the Ozark Lake and everything, it's just gorgeous to watch. And yeah, it keeps you on the edge of your seat, I think.
Alright, Ozark is streaming now on Netflix. Laura Linney as well is also in it, and she's also amazing. Let's move on to Amazon Prime, and the remake of The Invisible Man has dropped, and this stars Elizabeth Moss, who, if you've been watching The Handmaid's Tale recently, you'll know her. She was the main character in it with the light shade in her head. Her.
Oh right, yes.
So she's in The Invisible Man. And when Cecilia's abusive ex takes his own life and leaves her his fortune, she suspects his death was a hoax. As a series of coincidences turn lethal, Cecilia works to prove that she is being hunted by someone that nobody else can see.
As the attorney representing Adrian's trust, I'm required to read a prepared statement. Cecilia, although our relationship was far from perfect, I thought that you would talk to me rather than run away.
Are you okay?
Open the door!
What happened to him?
He cut his wrist. Per his final wishes, you're getting $5 million. Contingent, of course, on the fine print.
He can't be ruled to be mentally incompetent.
It just doesn't make any sense.
What?
Adrian wouldn't kill himself.
Listen, you're getting your freedom back, okay? Don't let him haunt you.
Hello? I'm scared.
You don't have to be scared of him anymore.
He was a sociopath, completely in control of everything. He said that wherever I went, he would find me, walk right up to me, and I wouldn't be able to see him.
Are you okay?
Someone's sitting in that chair.
I found something that can prove what I'm experiencing.
You need help.
Adrian is dead. I went to his house today.
He's not dead.
I have a pile of ashes in the box that would disagree with you.
He has figured out a way to be invisible.
Only thing more brilliant than inventing something that makes you invisible is coming up with the perfect way to torture you, even in death. Adrian's true genius was how he got in people's heads.
Don't come any closer. Hey!
I'm not crazy. Please listen to me.
You're saying the person trying to kill you is in the room right now, but we can't see him?
He's listening.
Where are you? Where are you? Show yourself! Come on! Do it! There you are.
So the new remake of The Invisible Man is streaming now on Amazon Prime. Right, what has caught our eye that has gone viral on social media this week?
A restaurant in Kenya, Giraffe Manor, where the giraffes join you for breakfast.
Now, since we can't leave the house and get to a theme park, how about enjoying a roller coaster ride from the comfort of your own living room. Well, over on the Everything Blackpool page, they're giving you a virtual roller coaster tour of a new roller coaster called the Icon. It's the first double launch roller coaster that you can enjoy right now, right from your own living room. Have a look at this.
And finally, a lady who promised herself she would only have 1 glass of wine a day.
Great clip there. Right, to finish off the show tonight, some live music and one more from the archives, performing a classic tune that we all know and love, The Town I Love So Well. Here is Karl McGuckin. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
In my memory, I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where our school played ball by the gas yard wall, and we laughed through the smoke and the smell. Going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways, in the town I loved so well. There was music there in the dairy air, like a language that we all could understand. I remember the day when I earned my first pay, and I sang in a small pickup band. There I spent my youth, and to tell you the truth, I was sad to leave it all behind me. For I learned about life, and I found a wife in the town I loved so well.
But as I returned, how my eyes they have burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees with the armored cars and the burnt-out bars and that gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now an army's installed by that old gas-yard wall, and the damned barbed wire gets higher and higher. With their tanks and their guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town I loved so well? Now the music's gone, but they carry on, for their spirits been bruised, never broken. They will not forget, for their hearts they are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done is done, and what's won is won, and what's lost is lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I loved so well. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I loved so well.